Hey everybody, welcome back to A Better Computer. My name is Matt, and today I'm going to walk you through my desk setup. Now, this is the desk I've been working at for the past 18 months while I work from home. It's also what I use to do all these YouTube videos. It's what I sit down at when I want to do some extended long-form writing. I do a lot of work from my couch, which probably resonates with a lot of you, but I do like to use this desk when I really want to get in there and focus on something. So I'm going to take you through everything. I will say up front, this is not going to be as highly produced as some other desk setup videos you might have seen. It's just not how I want to do it. I don't think my desk setup is that beautiful. It's not Instagram worthy. I really want to talk about the products that I'm using to actually get my work done. I don't think there's anything frivolous here. There's nothing that I don't need. I think it's really, really solid, so let's jump into it. So this is the desk, and you can see there's not too much going on, but I want to talk about the products here because I think they're all pretty great. Now, not part of the desk specifically, but part of my workflow is having my dog, Sherman, sleep next to my feet while I work. It's super effective for my productivity, and while it is a high maintenance product, I do think that having a dog who loves you and will sleep at your feet while you work is great for productivity. All right, so the heart of the setup is, of course, the computer, and that is the 2020 M1 MacBook Pro. This is the 13-inch model. It's got the touch bar and everything. It's unbelievably fantastic. My personal device is a M1 MacBook Air. I also use an iPad Pro from 2018. But yeah, I think these are fantastic things. I've already made videos about them, so I'll leave links in the description for kind of more details about why I think the M1 Macs are so incredibly good. But I have no complaints with this device. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and it's going to last me years, which is good because work issues computers for like 4 or 5 years. So I think this is going to hold up really well. Now, this computer is hooked up to an LG Ultrafine something or other. I forget the exact name. It's a 27-inch 4K monitor from LG. I think it looks really, really nice. It is technically HDR, but it's only like that HDR 400 spec where it gets up to 400 nits, which isn't really HDR, but technically is, depending on who you're talking to. I don't use it for HDR. I don't really care about that, but it gets perfectly bright enough for me, looks unbelievably good, and was cheap enough, critically, it was cheap enough where if Apple releases a prosumer display in the next year or two, I won't feel absolutely horrible about spending money on this. I bought this a few months ago, and I'm just very, very happy with it overall. Then underneath that, we've got a few things. So I've got my coffee holder, this is a Fellow coffee mug. The top's comes off, and then I've got coffee in there. Actually currently drinking coffee, so we'll just kind of put that to the side. It keeps my coffee really hot for a really long time, so I like this. It might be a little expensive, but it's really, really nice. I really, really enjoy drinking from this cup every day. And also, good to know, this is wide enough to put an AeroPress over, so you can AeroPress directly into it, which means you can have delicious coffee directly into that, which is cool. So before we get going, I did want to thank Drafts for sponsoring this video. If you don't know, Drafts is an amazing Mac, iPad, and iPhone app that lets you take notes, but do so much more than that. There's a ton of power around automation and actions you can run on that text. It's an incredibly powerful tool, and I want to show you one thing you can do with it today to send emails without ever stepping foot in your inbox. Okay, so for example, I've got my iPhone here, and I'm going to just write an email real quick in Drafts. Okay, so I wrote out the email, and at this point I can send it. There are actions in Drafts. There's hundreds of these you can download, but I'm just going to use the mail one to send my email. It's going to open my default mail app and compose an email for me, and all I have to do is enter the email address that it's going to. So I can email Jeff without getting distracted by the rest of my inbox, and that's really cool. You can learn more about Drafts by using the link in the description, or you can install it for free on your device right now by searching for Drafts on the iPhone, iPad, or Mac. The email feature I just showed you works in the free version of the app, and you can unlock more with the Drafts Premium subscription. My thanks again to Drafts for sponsoring A Better Computer. I've got this, which is the SD card to USB-C connector, which I just use when I'm taking things out of this camera. I'm going to put the SD card in here, plug it into my computer. That's pretty self-explanatory. I've got a wallet here from Herschel. Just has a card in here. It's my office card, which I can just tap to whatever. I got my IDs and medical cards and credit cards in here. And then there's a nice zipper that I can use to hold things. I actually don't know what I'm holding in here. Probably more medical stuff that I just need. One thing I don't like is the zipper is kind of weird. Doesn't always close super easily, but yeah, overall, I like how it feels. I've got keys with an AirTag on it, no big deal. I've got the Beats Studio Buds, which I really, really like. I got these after my AirPods Pro started to kind of go out. Made a whole review of these. I really like these. I think they're a nice alternative for like $100 less than AirPod Pros. They're not quite as nice, but they're pretty good, and they've closed with a satisfying snap. Yep. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we have the AirPods Max, which are super, super expensive. My wife lost her mind when she heard how much they cost. But they are absolutely worth the money, in my opinion, if you can spring it. I was able to get them on sale, which really helped, kind of pushed me over the edge, but they sound so incredibly good. I really, really love these headphones more than I thought I would. I used to have the Sony XM or WH-1000 XM3s or something. They sound great. They're $350. These are $200 more normal price, and I do think they are better. They have all the AirPods magic. They sound incredible. Noise cancellation's great. Transparency mode's great. Everything about them is really, really good. And then we have what is definitely the oldest item on the desk. These are the Bose Companion 2 speakers. I bought these in like 2005 for $100, and I still use them today. I'm not looking for any other speakers because they're just totally good enough for me. There's a little wear and tear on them at this point, but they connect with an aux cable and they just kind of work. And so I've been using them from computer to computer over the course of the last 15, 16 years. And yeah, they just plug directly into the LG monitor. The LG monitor has a headphone output. So they're plugged into that, so it's easy to get the audio to go through there from whatever computer I have hooked up to the monitor. They're really, really nice. I never think about like, oh, should I buy new speakers for my desk? I don't really care. These sound incredibly good. I'm sure there's a newer version of them right now, but yeah, these have lasted me forever, so I do highly recommend them. Again, you probably can't buy these new or even used. They're probably a little rare, but they're really, really good. Okay, and then obviously the keyboard and mouse are things I'm really passionate about. The keyboard is the Keychron K8 keyboard. It's wireless over Bluetooth with pairing up to 3 devices. You can easily switch between them, so that's really great. It has a backlight. It has hot swappable key switches. So I have the Cherry MX Browns in there now, but I can swap them out with anything else that I want. That's really, really cool. And then I have a custom set of keycaps on there. I forget the name of them right now, but I will leave a link in the description so you can check them out. They're definitely not inexpensive, but they really match my style, and I look at them every day. I use them for hours and hours a day, so for me, it was worth it. You can definitely spend less and get something that's pretty cool, but these work great for me. I think the keyboard looks fantastic and feels fantastic to type on. Then next to it is the Logitech MX Master 3. This is Logitech's kind of like premier mouse. I'm a big fan of it. I've been using versions of this for quite a few years. This is the light color. The one thing I find kind of annoying about this is that it discolors more than the dark one. So that's just a thing to know. You kind of get some like, I don't know, oil stains on it, which is definitely not a great look. So I probably will get the dark one from now on. But I like how the light one looks on my desk with kind of like the light keycaps and everything. So I love this mouse. It's, again, an expensive thing, but for something I use for 8 hours, 10 hours a day, it's worth it for me to get something that I really, really enjoy using. And this is all sitting on a Satechi, or Sateki, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, faux leather, maybe it's real leather, I don't really know, but kind of this like just soft desk mat. I like it, makes typing on the keyboard a little softer, it makes the key taps a little thonkier, if you will. It means I don't need to have a separate mouse pad. I just like how it looks, and it was just pretty cheap on Amazon, so I picked it up. You can spend a lot of money on these, but I just got a cheap one and it works great for me. And then I'm talking into the Shure M7 microphone, which is the little brother to the SM7B, which is kind of like the microphone you see everywhere. It's about half the price, sounds pretty darn good in my opinion. Hopefully it sounds good to you. And it connects over USB and not just XLR, although there is an XLR connection if you want it. So that's really great. I use the USB one. I connect it to my Mac or my iPhone. I would connect it to my iPad, but for whatever reason, this doesn't support USB-C iPads. It supports Lightning ones, but not USB-C ones. I have no idea why. It's super annoying. Hopefully that's some software issue that can be resolved by either Apple or Shure, whoever the issue is with. But yeah, as of right now, you can't record directly into an iPad from it, which sucks. I hate that. But I like it in every other way, so it sticks around. And then I'm going to have to cut away to show this, but it's the Elgato Wave mic arm. I just got this. It's pretty new, and I just like it. I've never had a mic arm before. It's $100, which is right in line with what a lot of the other reliable mic arms seem to cost. But I like how it does cable management. It's a really clean setup, and I can move it to wherever I want instantly, and it just sticks there, and that's really great. That's all I need. I need some flexibility with my mic. I use it for videos, I use it for podcasts, and I use it just for Zoom calls and Google Meet calls that I'm doing during the day. It makes me sound good, look good, especially when I'm doing product demos. So yeah, that is the end of the setup. That's really it. I didn't talk about the iPad. I didn't talk about my gaming PC. I also have those. Those are probably topics for another day, but yeah, that's kind of how I've been getting my work done for the past year and a half while I'm working from home, doing YouTube videos, writing, doing all sorts of stuff. I don't think it's the most beautiful desk in the world. It probably isn't the best looking desk you've ever seen, but I think that it's really practical and I really like it. So thank you so much for watching. Links will be in the description for everything I talked about today. 0 of them are affiliate links, so I don't care if you buy them or not. I don't care if you go through them or not, but if you saw something that you're interested in, you can definitely find it down there. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.